Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to BNN, Bizarre National News. I'm Agent Boogie Boggs, bringing you the bizarrest news there is out there. This week, you know what? Since it's her birthday and this is the D.O.A. Elvira edition, why don't we put the news on hold this week and we'll do a special BNN interview coverage with that one and only Cassandra Petersons, also known as Elvira. Hi, Cassandra. Welcome to BNN News. We don't have a lot of time during this segment, so we gotta make. Yeah, no, but we're a low budget show. Come on, people. We're doing all we can. But we'll go over the basics with Cassandra, like how she came up with the character Elvira and where she got the name Elvira. So let's get started. Cassandra, you're not really a stranger to the D.O.A. program. You've been on quite a few times, haven't you?
You know, here I am again.
Do you enjoy doing the program here with us? Is everybody treating you okay?
I had its moments of everything. There were times when I was having such a blast. I was cracking myself up.
What do you think of our little set here we have?
Like a super low budget little show with a couch and a couple candelabra, and looked like it was filmed in somebody's basement, you know?
Like I said, we're a very low budget show, but oh no, other than that, I mean...
So it had its ups and downs, like everything, you know. I had moments where I was having a blast and moments where I was just trying to pull the words out of my brain to put it down and try to make it entertaining and not boring.
Oh, no, you're never boring. I mean, you're Elvira, for God's sake. I mean, how could you be boring?
No.
Well, tell me a little bit about this show, Elvira, Movie Macabre, and how it got started, where it all came from. I mean, who inspired you?
The main one being Mila Nurmi, who owned the character Vampira. And initially, the show was supposed to be called Vampira. I was going to play the new Vampira because she'd been at this same station back in, I believe it was 1953, when I was like 2 years old.
Oh,
she had briefly been on the station for a couple of months hosting horror movies. And so they were going to revive Vampira's show, and they couldn't use Mila anymore because she was well into her 60s and not doing very well.
Poor thing.
And but they approached her to license the name of Vampira, and they would have paid her a weekly fee to use that name. And so I went on to do the part. I auditioned and got the role. And Vampira was not happy with the fact that they were using a comedian to do the role. She didn't want somebody funny.
She didn't want a funny comedian?
She got so angry that she decided to sue me and the station for stealing her character. So...
no way. She tried to sue you?
It's so funny. I have the ad cut out of the newspaper. She had an ad put in the paper that says, Vampira to sue Elvira. You know, lawyers, please apply here or whatever. So she got an attorney who just worked on a contingency and sued me. But it cost me $35,000, which, you know, just to defend myself. And $35,000 then, when I was making $350 a week doing the show, was like $35 million. You know, it was like, how am I going to get this money? So we borrowed the money, paid the bill, did the whole thing, and then went to court, and it was immediately thrown out. The judge just said, no, this is ridiculous. You know, you're playing a character wearing a black dress, but the likeness is not an exact copy. It is just similar. It'd be like playing a cowboy and then getting sued by John Wayne. You know, you really can't do that. So it was thrown out. Caused a lot of headaches for us in the station, but you know, ended up okay. And I still owe a lot to Vampira. She was the first horror host ever, and she set that whole thing up for all of us to follow. You know, so without her, I wouldn't be here, I don't think.
No, wait. Now I'm a little confused. Now, were you supposed to be Vampira, or I mean, like, where did the name Elvira come from?
First, the intention was going to be to have it be the Vampira show, and when we got ready to go shoot the very first show, we're all set. I'm lined up, ready to shoot my first thing I've ever done, and I mean, I've done many acting bits, but my first thing as a hosting horror movies. And in runs the station manager yelling, "We can't use the name! Stop! Stop!" And I'm thinking, oh my God, the show's over. That's it. You know, I almost got a job. And instead they said, let's just pick another name right now and keep going. So we literally, everybody on the set that day, and that included the cameraman, the lighting guy, and everybody else that was standing around, wrote down a name that they thought would be a good name for a horror host and threw it in an old Folgers coffee can. And I drew a name, and it was Elvira. And I think that name came because that very, very same week, that song by the Oak Ridge Boys, Elvira, had been released. So I believe that's where it came from. I was not crazy about the name, I have to say. I was like, Elvira, ew, this doesn't sound spooky. Anyway, I had the name, that was it. And here I am 40 years later, still doing it.
Now, being a TV personality, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering the same thing I am. What is Elvira like to watch on TV? How do you unwind?
You know, this is so silly. People ask me that. I'm not a big TV watcher. I never have been. I mean, I watched it when I was a kid. I don't have any shows that I'm really, that interested in right now. I love documentaries. I really, really love documentaries. I also love reading autobiographies. So I'm just very interested in people. Although I do like, when I'm really feeling like I need some love or something, I go on watch TV and I watch old episodes of The Twilight Zone. I love that. It feels like comfort food to me. I watched it when I was a kid, and there's something about it. I just love them. And I thought they were done brilliantly, and the writing was so smart. And so I have that's about it. I'm just sort of boring when it comes to that. I'm too busy to watch TV.
What? How? Are we running out of time? Oh, no. We hate to see you go, Cassandra, but thank you for being on the show, and we really look forward to seeing more from you in the future.
Gosh, it was great talking to you. That was a fun interview.
Yep, there you have it. The one and only Cassandra Petersons, also known as Elvira.